Welcome back to another episode of Mountain Madness, everyone. Today, we have an absolute blockbuster event unfolding on the notoriously brutal hairpin curve of the High Van Mountain Pass. Mother Nature ordered thick, cinematic fog for the setting, but the real star of the show is an 18-wheeler that decided to completely break down right at the apex of the turn, causing a glorious, epic traffic nightmare. Look at that endless line of fuel tankers, essentially held hostage by our broken-down friend. They are just chilling out, waiting for the semi-truck to be magically reassembled so they can actually move. This is a premium-tier disaster for the mountain pass. Sure, vehicles break down here all the time, but this driver took it to the next level. His trailer completely detached from the cab and is currently acting as a massive steel barricade straight across the curve. Because of this brilliant parking job, other heavy freighters and long-haul trucks have absolutely zero chance of squeezing by. However, compact cars, pickup trucks, and 15-passenger vans are still bravely navigating the obstacle course. Meanwhile, down at the north and south base camps of the mountain, the scout teams are intercepting incoming drivers, basically telling them to turn around and take the underground tunnel if they value their sanity. Passenger buses and tourist coaches have the golden ticket to use the tunnel. But these heavily loaded fuel tankers? They have absolutely no other options. They are banned from the tunnel, so they are forced to sit here and enjoy the misty views while waiting for the barricade to be dismantled. Down below, you can see a tourist bus driver who just realized his life choices were wrong. He is pulling a majestic U-turn to flee toward the tunnel route. Today, the weather is a moody film director's dream, featuring incredibly thick fog. In all my time filming the chaotic beauty of this pass, this is the very first time I have witnessed a plot twist quite this complicated. Usually, when a truck throws a tantrum, it gets cleared out relatively fast. Not today. From what I can tell, the fifth wheel coupling, the vital piece of heavy metal connecting the tractor to the trailer, has completely snapped. So now, we are in a thrilling waiting game for a mechanic to deliver a brand new part. And did I mention the fog? It is getting intense. The mountain pass today is basically an exclusive parking lot for fuel tankers. They are all parked, enjoying a mandatory coffee break until this mechanical tragedy is resolved. This is a highly exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime cinematic experience for you viewers. It is an unwanted situation, so I hope all the drivers and everyone stuck on the road today brought a heavy dose of sympathy. Behold, a brave truck is actually making its descent. The driver threaded the needle perfectly and squeezed right through. A lot of drivers in smaller vehicles like passenger vans and SUVs see the giant parked trucks and immediately assume it is the end of the world. hitting their brakes in panic. Seeing this unnecessary drama, I stepped in as the unofficial traffic director. I informed them that the curve is perfectly passable unless you are driving a massive rig. Small trucks, pickups, and tourist vans are perfectly fine to continue their scenic journey. Look down below at another massive tourist coach. Yeah, there is zero chance that land yacht is squeezing through. Recognizing defeat, the driver is executing a flawless retreat, spinning around to head back to the safety of the underground tunnel. I am currently perched on a high concrete embankment to give you the ultimate eagle-eye view of this logistical masterpiece. As the coach slowly waltzes its way around, let me address the burning question from the audience regarding why these heavy vehicles climb this treacherous mountain instead of taking the easy tunnel. Gather around for a reality check. The Highvan Tunnel is highly restrictive. It strictly bans vehicles that exceed weight and size limits, along with anything carrying highly flammable fuel, livestock, or poultry. They are literally outlawed from the underground tube. So for the keyboard warriors claiming these drivers climb the mountain just to save a few bucks on tunnel toll fees, you are completely wrong. Fun fact, the tunnel toll is actually cheaper than the massive amount of fuel burned crawling up this steep incline. And that is before you factor in the high-stakes risk of breaking down and starring in a video exactly like this one. So please, educate yourselves before dropping toxic comments from the comfort of your living room. Now, as for the tourist coaches, they climb the mountain purely for the aesthetic. It is all about the experience. Foreign tourists pay good money to look at the legendary mountain pass from high up in the clouds. If it were up to the drivers, they would happily take the tunnel for a safer, cheaper, and infinitely less stressful ride. The retreat is complete. The bus successfully turned around and is retreating down the mountain. Meanwhile, observing the battlefield, the line of vehicles is only getting thicker. They are swarming this curve like it is a holiday sale. Hopefully our broken down star will be repaired shortly, and this asphalt artery will flow once again. Again, regular cars are slipping through just fine. But wait, it gets better. I actually bumped into a tourist flying a drone today, and I managed to secure the aerial footage to give you the ultimate Blockbuster perspective. Behold the cinematic drone shots. The fog is doing its best to ruin the visibility, but you can clearly see the majestic steel beast completely blockading the road. From up here, you truly appreciate the scale of this disaster and the endless line of massive trucks trapped in this mandatory mountain retreat. Absolutely stunning, is it not? You do not get to witness a premium traffic jam like this every day. The trapped victims are mostly fuel tankers, as the passenger buses got the memo and smartly detoured. The fuel guys have zero options. They simply have to park, kill their engines, and practice patience. You would think there would be road rage, but the truckers are surprisingly thrilled. No screaming, no honking. Some of these brilliant strategists have even ordered food delivery from the bottom of the mountain to turn this breakdown into a spontaneous highway picnic. Listen to the intense mechanic chatter. Drive it freely. It collapsed. The plate broke. We need to jack it up. Put some wood under it. Ah, the beautiful poetry of roadside problem solving. The strategy is set. They need to jack up this multi-ton iron giant. But first, they have to wedge wooden blocks under it and secure the tires so the whole thing does not slide off the cliff like a bad action movie. Finally, the cavalry has arrived. The mechanics are on the scene, meaning this hostage situation will soon be over. Look right there. That is the treacherous connection plate that violently divorced the trailer. The heroes in greasy shirts are currently yanking it out to bolt things back together. Miraculously, there is no major property damage, and nobody got hurt. The only casualty today is everyone's schedule. The traffic police have also stormed the set, looking sharp and directing the brave souls attempting to squeeze past the danger zone. The rescue crew is currently pumping the hydraulic jacks, lifting the massive trailer high enough to shove the tractor back underneath it. The semi is slowly reversing into position. The dramatic climax is upon us. The police are waving their batons, ensuring this operation finishes before we all grow old here. Suspense. The brutal incline of the mountain is making the trailer lean, turning this hookup into a wildly frustrating puzzle. This is unscripted drama at its finest. Being a trucker is no joke. One minute you are hauling cargo, the next you are starring in a roadside survival documentary. They really need to stay sharp to avoid these nasty surprises. The beast is still struggling to dock with the trailer. More intense yelling and directing from the crew. Back it up, a little more, you missed it. Classic teamwork. Boom! After a grueling battle of man versus machine, the connection is finally made. The driver is going to reverse just a bit to build up some momentum for the steep climb. The mechanic's van is rolling out. Its heroic mission accomplished. The final act, the 18-wheeler summons all its horsepower to conquer the infamous curve. Come on, big guy, you can do it! And he makes it! The steel barricade is gone and the mountain pass is finally liberated. On that victorious note, I am going to roll the credits on this episode. If you enjoyed this heavy-duty mountain drama, smash that share button and make sure to subscribe. I will be back with more chaotic blockbusters very soon. Until next time, stay safe out there, and goodbye.